Out again, something different this time. We're in the Peak District and we're making our way up to Kinder Scout and then to Kinder Downfall. Yeah, now then, as you'll see, I'm today with some wild camping royalty. Stephen.
Oh, I know, I don't know about me.
The below average wild camper, and Andy Beavers, my idol. And he's going to keep me right. He's not going to work us too hard. As you can see, this is the first time I've actually set off on a hike or a camp in the snow. I've been caught in the snow while I've been out, but I've never set out in the snow. So I think we'll be definitely pitching the tents in snow. But I'm hopefully got all the right gear and I'm looking forward to it. Right.
And with a bit of luck, you won't die.
Yes, with a bit of luck.
Why not this weekend?
Well, even if I did, they would just leave us.
But Liz is
Oh, aye.
my mum's life insurance as well sorted out for him anyway, and there's a new kitchen she's been looking at.
So as I said earlier, we're making our way up to Kinder Scout and then onto the top of the waterfall at Kinder, and we go on via Jacob's Ladder. Now I'm hearing from my two compatriots that that's going to be quite a climb. But anyway, what I wanted to say was, a friend of mine who I go cycling with, Graham, and this is for you, Graham, wanted to know about Kinder Scout and why Kinder Scout is well known is because in 1932 there was a mass demonstration on Kinder Scout. Now the history of that the history of that demonstration was that in the 19th century people pretty much had easy and legal access to the mountains, not just here, not just in the Peak District, but in the Lake District, in the North York Moors. But during the 19th century, the landowners decided, oh wait a bit, we would rather shoot grouse on our land, and we don't want people wandering about disturbing the grouse. So they banned people. So, like I say, in 1932, people were up in arms about that, and a man, or a young man, called Benny Solomon arranged this protest. But he was a bit sly, because what he did was he made the police think that they were all going to meet in one place, but they didn't. They actually set off from 4 different places and met at Kinder Scout. We'll let this 4x4 bastard. So that's what happened. Now there's different accounts say there was thousands there, and some say there was hundreds there, but I think the general consensus is there was around about 500 people. And they certainly made the point, and the point Benny Solomon made was, if I'm spending my week in a factory and living in a town in the smoke, surely I should be able to, on what little time I have off, I should be able to walk the mountains. So that's why the protest happened. So the likes of Duke of Devonshire, who own most of the land around here, and I've no doubt the Duke of Northumberland in the Cheviots, and whoever owned most of the Lake District, were not very happy. But anyway, the protest happened, but the gamekeepers met them, and it was ended a bit of a riot, and 5 of the original people, including Benny Solomon, ended up in prison. Not for long sentences, but nevertheless they ended up in prison, and there was an outcry about that. But as a result of that protest, and it didn't happen immediately, it happened over a number of years, we ended up with free access to places like this where I'm going, and it ultimately ended up with the formation of the national parks. So that's my little bit potted history of Kinder Scout. Morning.
Morning.
So we're at the bottom of Jacob's Ladder, and we're just debating whether to put the spikes on, but I'm going to wait to put mine on, see what it goes like. Andy's stripping off a layer, and I think how Stephen is, but I didn't have as many layers on as them, and I'm sweating like a horse.
You're a lot braver start colder. You were a lot braver, weren't you?
How's it? Aye,
You're brave start cold.
brave start. Cold.
Aye.
Let's get on.
Stephen and Andy in front, chewing the fat, putting the world to rights. We've completed our climb up Jacob's Ladder, and we're making our way up to Kinder Scout. And as you can see, it's pretty much clogged out. Just starting to rain a little bit. So this is Edale rocks, apparently. Aye. And it's starting to snow. It's a very wet snow, but I think it might be wise to put the waterproofs on. Still clogged out. Apparently, if it wasn't as clogged out, the views that way would be fabulous. But it is what it is. Well, it's 20 to 4, and we're all pitched. There's my Durston X-Mid 2-person. There's Stephen's Duomid, and Andy's Trailstar. Am I right, Andy? That's the Trailstar, isn't it?
Yeah, Trailstar.
Yours looks massive.
It is? It's massive, that.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We
I think it could be sort of wary on when you're using that, finding a decent enough pitch to
you need a big area, don't you?
a big footprint, big area. Is this a
We're going to go and get some
SilNylon one?
down the stream and get some water, because we didn't carry much water up here. But I mean, we've had to flatten some snow down to get our tents pitched, but we've managed. There's my tent. I've got my bag in, and it's a bit of a mess, but I'll sort it out just now. We'll go and get some water. We'll go and get some water, and then we'll probably have the kettle on and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or something.
That's what I do, aye.
Still a bit brown. As you can see, it's now dark. Stephen's setting up the Trangia kitchen. We're having Christmas turkey curry tonight. He's brought a big Trangia, so because he's cooking for 3. That's me, Andy and Stephen. And as you can see, it's a pretty bleak night.
So normally I always say it's lovely, so Andy's got to be honest here. Go on, Andy, you have a...
I'm guinea pig on this one. So what is it? This
is Christmas turkey curry.
Christmas turkey curry. Christmas turkey stroke chicken curry with rice.
On the Trangia.
On the Trangia.
In a snowstorm.
Masterclass in the snow.
On Kinder Downfall. Well, what do you reckon of that then, Andy?
That is absolutely superb.
There you go.
Beautiful, that. Beautiful.
Yeah. There you go. So that's it.
Right, I'm getting my torch sorted out. So I'm back in the tent. It's 5 to 7. We've had a lovely turkey curry and rice, and it was really good. But it's getting a bit cold out there now. It's sort of snowing a bit. So I'm going to get tucked into my sleeping bag, listen to a few podcasts and get settled down for the night, because I don't think I'll be going outside much more anymore tonight, even though it's only 5 to 7. But we've had a good walk up here, pitched the tents. We've had a few visitors came past us in the dark, some German hikers or walkers or whatever they were, but I'm not sure what they were doing, to be honest, but seemed to be silly. There was about 6 of them walking in the dark. Kind of think why you would want to do that, but never mind. I think once it gets to dark, you should be set up camp or go home. Right, so I might, just before I go to sleep, I might get you back on again, but I'm going to get myself settled down now. Morning. It's 5 to 7. I've had a reasonable night's sleep, I think. I mean, off and on, a couple of hours here, an hour there, and, you know, the last 3 hours, 3 till 6, I slept well. But it's been a bit of a wild night. The wind got up and it snowed practically all night, so I've never looked out the door, but I think there's going to be a lot of snow out there. But I've been lovely and warm and toasty in here. I mean, I've got plenty of layers on, but it's I've certainly been warm enough. I can see that there's lots of snow like hanging on the outside of the tent, because some of the sides are sagging in a bit, but I'm perfectly dry in here. But we'll see when I actually stick my head out the door what it's like out there. So I'm going to get myself warm. Well, I'm warm now. I'm just going to get myself sorted and see if I can get my kettle on, because I've got a dehydrated breakfast I'm going to try. I've had my spare gas canister for my tank inside my sleeping bag all night, so I'm going to use that one, because I think it'll be the one that's outside, like in the inner tent. I think that'll be a bit weak, but this one should be okay. So we'll try and find a bit of space out there to put my me gas boiler and we'll get some water on. When I do stick my head out the door, I'll give you a look and see what it looks like. But I've got a feeling it's going to be a proper winter wonderland out there. Right, I'm going to stick my head out the door. I'm going to stick my head out the door now. And as you'll see, it's pretty bleak. But I think I was expecting to see more snow on the bottom than I'm seeing now. Andy's got a proper snowdrift on the side of his, and I suppose I will have as well. Right, let's get back to the warm. Well, we've all survived the night, as you can see. There's Andy. There's Stephen. Quite a bit of snow come down. There's my tent. There's Andy's tent. Got a proper snowdrift, Andy. I bet he was warm as toast in there.
What? Alarm in there. That's as insulation.
Yeah.
Snow.
There's mine. There's Stephen's tent. I think he's already been out and knocked some of the snow off his tent.
Well, survived the night, another one under the belt there.
Yeah.
I think that was not the coldest, but
Certainly the
snowiest.
the wind was stronger, but not as bad as I was expecting, I don't think.
No, I think we must be a bit sheltered because it was forecast for about 30 miles an hour. There's no way it was anywhere near that.
No.
Right.
At no point did I think my tent was going to blow down. Right, okay, we've packed up now. I've had a little bit of a wrestling match with my tent, but I managed and I won. Here's my bag all packed, ready to go on my back. That's where I was. That's where Andy was. And that's where Stephen was. And as always...
Hang on. I've just seen a trace of some yellow snow.
Ah, well, that's
some yellow snow just round here.
That was that sheep.
There's 2 patches of yellow snow.
I bet there's even more over there. Right. I don't know if I'll get this video out, this camera out again on the way down, but you never know. I might sign off later on. Right. I'll get my breath back, get my bag on, and off we go. And see if I can fight to get these gloves back on. arrived at the bottom of Jacob's Ladder, having spent the night in the snow at Kinder Downfall, and it was a really good night. We had a good meal last night. We've had a nice walk this morning. It's a bit damp now, but we've enjoyed it. This is the first time I've camped in the Peak District, and Andy's guided us all the way, so we all three of us are going to say bye for now. See you next time. Thanks for watching, and remember, subscribe and press that like button. Right, back to the car.